stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap, and again the ETN. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 107 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now Chenault on the end around. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a give, right side. Robinson. He's to the 10, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, Robinson. And running with power. And now some space to operate. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A big 0 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5 and 10. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
As dedicated fans of the NFL, my audience is sure to recognize the voice of our...
Man, it's really coming down out there, huh? Don't get anything like that on the West Coast where I'm from. So, how you feeling about the game plan?
Back now on EA Sports, this winter storm hammering the Great Lakes region. It won't let up. Through it all, these two teams have been battling it out in these treacherous conditions. 14-7 our score, and now a big sequence coming up, a 1st and goal with a chance to tie up this football game. And he's got it. Touchdown. Carter Landry from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing on 1st down. Brock looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run here with Robinson. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, Brock. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 62 yards. And the Jaguars on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were...
And got his man complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
That's once again complete to Chark. Touchdown! DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. On 1st down, Brock. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Carter Landry, 76 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't...
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 75 yards. And the Jaguars on one play have taken the lead. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game...
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Jacksonville, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
So when it all comes down to it, the Jaguars won a matchup that featured heavy snow. And you know, it's funny. You ask any football purist, and they'll tell you that they love how weather can have an impact on the game. But ask them if a Super Bowl should be hosted in a cold weather city, and man, do you see opinions start changing. Not a Super Bowl, am I right? Now look, I get it. There's a concern casual viewers would lose interest in what might turn out to be a low-scoring game with a side of sloppy play. But it's definitely not unheard of. And I know Seattle fans right now are nodding their heads saying, yep, we won ourselves a Super Bowl, Super Bowl 48, in the shadows of New York City at MetLife Stadium in Jersey, a game that kicked off in 49-degree weather. By the way, they were lucky it was unseasonably warm that night. And by